What's good, everybody? It's your boy Will. Today's video I'm going to be showing you guys the best controller settings in NBA 2K23. I'm going to break down every single one of the game settings as well as all the controller settings. I'm going to show you guys what I use personally and what I believe are to be the best. Now, I did make this video earlier in the year, but I feel like I have a better understanding of what everything does now. For those of you who don't know who I am, I play on one of the best competitive Pro-Am teams in the entire world. We've made some of the most money out of any team on any 2K. So with that being said, these controller settings definitely work. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. So you guys are going to want to go to the main menu of 2K to set these up. So we're going to go to features and then we're going to go to settings to start out. Now, a lot of the settings in this menu right here do not matter, but I'm going to go through the ones that actually do. So you're going to want to put shot feedback on all shots. This is going to show every single shot at the top of your screen, whether it's a late, early, so the release timing as well as the contest. You're going to want to turn off camera shake. I turn off action replays and all these camera cuts, but this is only for career. It kind of speeds up the gameplay so you don't see as many replays. You're also going to want to turn motion blur all the way down to 0. This is basically just a visual effect that you're going to see on your screen. It's going to make it blurry, so I don't really want this, so I turned it all the way off. And then these are my audio settings. Now this is really just preference. It doesn't affect gameplay at all. I turned down the main menu music and 2K TV volume just because it's very annoying in my ear. Moving along to the settings that really make a difference, the controller settings. So starting out, first two settings are vibration function and trigger effect. Now I have both of these off because I feel like personally they're kind of distracting, especially trigger effect. I don't even know why it's in the game. Basically, it just makes it so you can't press down L2 and R2 when your guy gets tired, which is very dumb. Vibration function is really up to you. I feel like it's kind of distracting when I'm playing and I just feel my controller vibrating in my hand over and over. But some people do like it, so that's really up to you. Moving on to shot meter and shot timing. I would recommend you guys to never play with the shot meter on unless you just literally cannot shoot without it on. It's going to give you a boost to all of your shots when you have it off, so that's really why everyone uses it like that. For shot timing, I would recommend you guys to do shots only. Now you could do shots and layups, but that's going to make it so you have to time all of your layups when you're going up in the paint. And to be honest, the boost that you get from doing that is not very high in this game, so it's really not worth having on. So I would recommend you guys to just have shots only, so it's only jump shots. Shot time, release time. Now this is basically how long you can hold square and still green a shot. I don't take any shots because I'm playing center. Only free throws and like post hooks, so I have it on very late. If you're somebody like a point guard or mainly a shooting guard, you can play with it on late or early. It's up to you. I prefer late. Basically, it makes it so you can just hold square longer and you can see the visual cue of your guy for a longer period of time and still be able to green a shot. It doesn't actually slow down or speed up your jump shot itself. It's just a visual cue of it. Now these 5 settings right here don't affect gameplay in any way. Perfect release SFX, shot meter type, player indicator color. But this is what I use for all of these if you guys want to just copy it. Free throw timing, I use user timing for this. It's really not that hard to green free throws. You just put on Michael Jordan or Steph Curry and you're going to hit most of them. Pro stick function. This is basically whatever your right stick is able to do. So if you put it on dribble moves only, you wouldn't be able to do different dunks with the right stick and you wouldn't be able to take shots with it. So you want to leave this on default so you're able to do everything and you're not limited. Pro stick orientation and off-ball offense mode, you want to keep both of these on absolute. Basically, this makes it so if you're in the right corner, you can dribble the same way as if you were at the top of the key. It's not going to switch. So if I put this on camera relative, if I went to the corner, I would have to like predict where I am and try to change the way that I'm dribbling. So you definitely want to just keep it on absolute. It makes it a lot easier once you get used to it. And the same thing for off-ball moves. This really doesn't make a big difference, but I keep it on absolute. Double team reaction, you want to put this on manual. This makes it so if you run up to somebody and you hold L1 on your controller, you're going to be able to trap them, especially playing in Pro-Am. This does come in handy sometimes. These 2 settings right here do not really affect your my player in any way. It's more of like a my team or my career setting. You can choose whether you want the AI to come and set a screen or roll or pop out. And then this right here, you can hold L1 and send a double team when you're playing career. Player icons, you definitely want to leave this on. If you turn it off when you hold R1 and you look at the icons to pass, you're not going to see anything, so that's kind of annoying. Definitely leave that on. Skip pass, this is really up to you. You guys could enable this if you want to. I personally have it off just in case I accidentally hold the button too long. I don't want to throw it to a guy that I'm not really trying to hit, but you could turn this on if you wanted. Icon lead passing, I have this turned off because I really don't want to lead the person that I'm passing the ball to too much because they're going to get pulled into the defense. I feel like this helps that out a little bit and making it so they stay in the same spot. Pro stick pass type, now this is passing with right stick, which really nobody's ever going to do. You could put it on flashy if you want to throw flashies with right stick, but nobody really does it, so I leave it on normal. Icon passing, I just leave this on default. I feel like it really doesn't make a difference what you pick here. Receiver control, this is mainly a my career thing. If you hold circle, it's going to make it so the receiver gets open, or they come and get the ball if you have it on handoff. Pro stick defense, now this is when you're holding the right stick. You want to keep this on absolute as well. Most of these settings in this game are best on absolute just because it keeps the same consistency no matter where you are on the floor. Shading indicator and who to guard, and I have both of these off, but you could turn them on if you're like lockdown or if you're guarding on ball and you really want to see your arrow, who it's guarding. Me personally, I play center, I'm always in the corner, so having my who to guard is kind of annoying just because it's always going to be pointing somewhere else, especially if the center slips and I'm trying to drop. I feel like the arrow messes me up. I keep who to guard off, and the shading indicator is just purely cosmetic underneath your guy's feet, showing you where you should be guarding, so I turn this off too because I don't really need that. Again, I'm someone that's playing center, so I really don't want to have any assist, especially when I'm guarding the corner. I don't want it to be pulling me anywhere on the floor. However, if you are playing lockdown or you're guarding up top on defense, I would recommend you guys to go with like a 10 defensive assist strength at most, because I feel like it pulls you a lot in this game if you put it any higher than that. So I would go from either 0 to 10. It really depends on how much help you want from the AI on your controller. To me, most of the best defenders in this game are going to be using 0 just because it gives you the most control over your player. And the same thing with box out assist strength. Now, this kind of makes it so it forces you into certain box outs that you really wouldn't want. And what I mean by that is if I'm in the paint and I'm really not trying to box somebody out, I'm just trying to like worm around them or run around them to try to get the board, having this high is going to force me to hold L2 and bump into them and stop me. So I want to have the most control of my player again, so I leave both of these on 0. Now for the passing settings, as far as I know, this does not affect playing online, so if you're playing Pro-Am or Rec or whatever, these don't really matter at all. I leave it on default. If you're playing career or something though, and you really suck at passing, you guys can just turn on openness all the way. It's going to hit the open man. For the sake of what I use, I just keep it on default. I feel like this really doesn't matter that much this year. It used to in the past, but not this year. So there you guys have it. That's an explanation of all the controller settings and what I personally use. I really hope this video helped you guys out, man. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. You guys have a great day. It's been your boy Will. Peace.